Hey guys, my name is Josue. I am a self-taught coder based in Texas. And in this video, we're going to spend a little bit of time going over JavaScript using Edabit as a code challenge tool. The goal here is to just give you some exposure to how I think when I work through a problem. I've been self-taught now since 2019, so I'm still relatively new. So hopefully, as a junior, we can share our thoughts. So if there's anything that you see here that I do that you could see to improve, I'm more than happy to hear feedback. This is really just a chance for me to practice, but I figured while I was practicing, it might help someone else out. So that's why we're here. Okay, so let's get into it. The question that we're going to go over is an example in Edabit. Edabit is a tool that basically provides different levels of JavaScript coding challenges. This one falls into the medium category. And it stumped me today, and I thought, well, this could be a good example to go over with everyone. So why don't we go through the process I went through. First of all, let's go over the problem. In this case, it's called calculated bonus. The gist of this question is they want to know how much should a person get paid an additional bonus based on the number of billable days. If you look at the table down below over here, you'll see that what they're saying is if you've worked between 0 to 32 days, there's no additional bonus. But if you worked between 33 and 40 days, for each one of those days between 33 and 40, you'll get paid an additional $325. 41 to 48, you get paid an additional $550. And anything greater than 48 days, you'll get paid an additional $600. I probably should have turned off my notifications, but oh well, there we go. And here's an example of how it would be calculated out. So 32 days times 0, nothing extra. Those 8 days in between here, $325 for each one of those days. Those 5 days between here, extra $550. In total came out to $5,350. Now my process is typically what I will do is kind of set myself up first using CodePen, and then depending on how difficult the question, in this case this was probably on the more difficult side for me, I'll do some pseudo coding to kind of think through it. So I've scaffolded it out already in CodePen, just the basics, setting up the function, as well as bringing over a few of the examples as tests to be more test-driven as we go through this using console log, which will show up over here. But let's think through the problem first. So what we have at this point is a range. And so as I thought through this one, I thought, okay, well, some things I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to figure out the bonus for sure. And there will be some way of having to capture the rate. And of course using those two together. So my thought was I would set up those variables and then try to figure out some way of bringing it all together. And at first I thought if-then statements, but then after further thinking about it, what if I had more levels? What if this came out to be a 20-level example? If-then statements can get really messy and really hard to read, so I put a pause on that. I was trying to get cool and use ternaries and things like that, so I thought maybe not. So then I thought maybe we could use an object to capture it. So let's put here object to capture the rates. And then what we could do is loop through the number of days. So we'll loop n days. And for each day, basically figure out where we were at and then apply the appropriate rate. So based on that, it would just kind of go, if it was day 0, no bonus. If it was day 33, now there's a bonus of $325. If it was day 41, well, now a rate of $550. And if it was 40 greater than 48, $600. So if we go here, let's just basically kind of flesh this one out. I'm not the fastest typist in the world, so I'll apologize as we go through this in advance. But let's see. Let's start this off. Let's add my bonus equals 0, and let's let the rate equals 0. And let's create the object to capture the rates. So let's say const tiers is equal to, if it was 33 days, the rate's going to be $325. If it was 41 days or more, 550, 49, maybe 600, and so that should be good for them. Let's go through this using a for loop. So let's say for let I equals 0, I is less than or equal to number of days, and say I plus plus. Cool. So far, so good. Now what we're going to see is, if I, or let's say if in tiers we has property, so we're looking for this key basically. In this case, is I one of the keys in our tiers object? And if it is, then we'll change the base rate from 0, which we set up earlier, to a new rate, which is going to be rate equal to tiers and what I is. So now we've changed the rate. Then underneath this, what we'll do is just iteratively keep adding on to bonus when we're starting off at 0. And if we change the rate, you'll see that new rate gets added on there. So we'll say as the rate changes from 33 to 41 to 49, it'll switch to each one of these. And then finally, we will return, not days, but we will return the bonus. And so worst case, I guess if you're talking big O notation, we're basically going through everything at least once. So let's just save this and run our test. And our expectation is that it was 15. It should be 0 because it's 15 days. If it was 37 days, it came out to 1,625, so we've passed. And if it was 50 days, nope, we did something wrong here. So let's take a look back and see where we went wrong. Let's just do a quick double check. We have our bonus, we have our rate, 25. Typos. 550. Let's give it another run, and let's just clear this. Run. And there we go. So all the expected results, and set up in such a way that if we do have any more rates to change here, it's as easy as changing the object. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please feel free to leave me any comments whatsoever. I'm always looking for feedback to get better and better. So thank you for your time. Have a great day. Oh, and if this is on Facebook or YouTube or wherever it is, subscribe and like. It'd be cool. Thanks. Bye.